Scott Bywood here, and I want to talk about how soccer strategy actually applies to marketing. Now, I was going to start out this video doing a few juggles and sort of kick it over my head and maybe an around the world trick and all that sort of thing, but I decided not to, mainly because I can't do that. So that's why I decided not to. But my son can. He's actually gone from 0 to like 200 juggles plus on both feet within a fairly short period of time. So maybe there's hope for me yet if I decide to put in the effort. So how does soccer strategy apply to marketing? Well, let me give you an example. So I've worked with a client before where we get all these, have a decent sized database. We get all these people onto a webinar, but then we'd hold the webinar and we get zero conversion or minimal conversion. So as a result of that, what we're looking at is, in a way, it's like the Australian soccer team. Okay, so Australian soccer team, really good. If we look at the World Cup, I thought they played really well. Only problem is when they got it into the goal square, they couldn't actually convert. The only way they could convert is get the opposition to handball it and then get a penalty and shoot a goal from there. So what we've got in from a business side, some businesses are like that with their marketing. So in this case, we need to address the webinar strategy. What are we saying on the webinar? What's the strategy? How are we approaching it? What's our close? What's our offer? All of that sort of thing. So the midfielders are doing their job, the defenders are doing their job, but the striker is not. So we've got that sort of situation. Or in this case, you could say the webinar is a midfielder because then it's going into an application close, and the striker is actually doing the job, but the webinar, being the midfielder, isn't feeding the ball to the striker. So we need to go out and we need to buy, in soccer terms, a really powerful midfielder or train our midfielders up to be far, far better. Now, you may be in a different situation. You may be getting lots of attention. You may be putting videos up like this, and you're getting lots of attention on the front end, but the defender's kicking it to the midfielder, the midfielder's losing it because you don't have effective nurturing strategies, and you're not sort of taking that ball and then feeding it up to the strikers. So then you need to work on that component. So my question to you, maybe you draw out a little soccer field and you look at it and you put all the different things, like the defenders might be the first ads people see, your midfielders might be your webinar, your strikers might be or maybe the webinar is between the midfielder and the striker. Your striker might be your sales team, and go, where's the biggest weakness here? Who do we need to replace? And instead of replacing that with people, you might need to replace that with an automation strategy, or you might need to hire a consultant or something like that to get those results in. So I hope that's been useful. Sit down and just draw it up. Take 3 minutes and just draw up a little soccer field and look at where your weakness is and which players you need to get. And hopefully, next time I return with a soccer ball, I'll be juggling, doing lots of juggles. I can show you some new tricks. Probably unlikely, but anyway, bye for now. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you coming in and checking out my video and watching it all the way through. Please take a moment, if you've liked what you've seen, to like, subscribe, and comment. I read every comment and appreciate you giving your attention to my videos. And thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.